Mint has a well-deserved reputation for being a pretty aggressive plant in the garden, so I tend to grow it in containers. A 12-inch to an 18-inch or even a 24-inch pot for one plant is actually fine. You could put a few annuals in to decorate the pot if you'd like, but it will eventually overtake the entire pot. Now, it's a hardy perennial here in Central Texas, and we can cut mint all year long. It grows really well in partial shade or filtered light. You can grow it in full sun if you give it a little extra water. It even grows in ponds, so it is well adapted for most areas. Now, mint likes to be fed regularly. Give it some seaweed, some fish emulsion, and pot it up in a well-drained potting soil. I really like to choose named varieties of mint, like chocolate mint or double mint or Kentucky Colonel spearmint. And Egyptian mint is another favorite of mine. The named varieties tend to have a little bit better flavor. Smell it before you buy it to make sure it's what you want. Trim it frequently to keep it in the optimal health. You can cut just the tips out, or you can cut long stems. Grow it near your kitchen so you use it really often. One of the things you'll notice with mint is it has stems that are square and the leaves are opposite, and that's true of all the mints. Bees like the blooms, but I do like to cut it back before those blooms have a chance to go to seed to keep it really healthy. You can give it a little compost and fertilize it after you cut it back to the ground, and that'll keep it in good shape. But every once in a while, you're going to have to just empty that pot out because it'll be a mass of roots and you'll need to start over again with another mint plant. You can cut mint in bunches and hang it to dry, just to tie them together with a rubber band, or you can dry mint sprigs in a dehydrator for use in teas all winter long. If you don't have a food dehydrator, you can still dry mint quite easily. Just cut the tops off of the mint or strip the leaves from the stems and put them on a cookie sheet or a tray and put them in a cool place that's dark and well ventilated. Stir them up every couple of days, and when they're really nice and crispy, then you can put them in a jar, but you want to make sure they're very, very dry because they'll mildew if they have any moisture at all. And then you'll have plenty of mint for future use. You can use mint in smoothies and vegetables and fruit salads and teas. And I like to just cut mint like this and put it in vases and use it indoors when I'm having people over for drinks, and they can garnish their drinks with the mint of their choice. Ladybugs love mint and they'll lay their eggs on it. Some of the pests that are a problem with mint would be snails, worms. Sometimes young caterpillars will attack your mint, but other than that, it's really pretty carefree and easy to grow. Mint is easy to root, and you can just cut a stem of mint and cut some of the lower leaves off. You need to reduce the number of leaves that the plant has in order to get it to produce roots. And then you can root this cutting in water, or you can just plot it up in a pot, and you'll have mint growing before too long, and you can share it with your friends. For Backyard Basics, I'm Trisha Shirey. Thanks for watching.